welcome to London. My name is Lunisa.
And my name is Eric.
We are your tour guide today.
We're going to visit some famous places in London, and I hope you have a nice tour.
So let's go. London is the capital of England and the United Kingdom. London is the biggest city in Europe and it lives around 9 million people here. The money is called pounds and 1 pound is 11 Swedish money. This city has burned down 2 times. It's a sad story, but it's true. Through London flows the river Thames and Tower Bridge, Cross Thames and also many other bridges. The tallest building is called the Shard.
London has many famous places, and it has Buckingham Palace, Big Ben, Madame Tussauds, Jack the Ripper Museum, London Dungeon, London Eye, Chinatown, and the Tower of London. So now you must know many famous places in London, but it's okay if you don't know all because it was many places.
Football is very popular in London, and some famous clubs are Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham, West Ham, and Crystal Palace. In London you can find England's arena called Wembley Stadium.
When you are in London, you often take the underground to get to other places in London. The underground is really big and has 217 stops. It's the third biggest underground in the world, and it's the oldest one in the world. The length is 402 kilometers, so it's really big. But now let's go to the Tower of London.
The Tower of London. Facts and opening hours. The Tower of London is a popular place to visit, and the top things to see and do is to go Human Wonder Tours and go around in the tower to look at the crown jewels. The Human Wonder Tours is open on Tuesday to Saturday, 9 to 16:30, and on Saturday and Monday is open 10 to 16:30. And the last admission is 16 every day it's open. It costs 291 Swedish kronor to go the tour in the tower. And to get there, you can take the green or yellow subway. The Tower of London is also near Tower Bridge.
The crown jewels. Today is over 23,500 jewels in the Tower of London. But the most popular jewels are the crown jewels. They've been holding Tower of London since the reign of Henry III. The crown jewels cost 20 billion pounds, and the crown jewels is very protected and can be very hard to steal for the thieves.
History. Many years ago, the king didn't like the tower as a palace, so he used it more like a storehouse, where the king stored his knights, and the tower was also used as a prison. The tower was also used as a zoo, where the king has many different exotic animals like kangaroo, ostriches, lions, and one grizzly bear. The grizzly bear, I think many people hunting the tower, so keep your eyes open for grizzly bear that walks around in the tower when you are there. The zoo. Things they have made to remind us about the tower zoo is that they have statues of the animals that have lived there. 2 of them is an elephant and 3 statues of lions. On one of the walls is around 5 monkeys, and it's popular to take pictures with the statues they can take a picture with because there doesn't have a private space as a castle. The grizzly bear that's hunting the tower is also made as a statue, so you can see if you are in the tower.
Haunted house. And the last fact in the many people think that the Tower of London is the haunted house. Many people have reported they have seen ghosts in the tower. 3 of them is Catherine, 1 grizzly bear, and 3 murder princess. But it's not surprising because it has been 22 executions that have looked at the place in the tower. The most executions was the Bloody Tower. It was also there that princess got killed.
was great, but now we're going to Madame Tussauds.
Hello everyone and welcome to London Tourgide. My name is Kajsa and I'm your guide today.
My name is Tova and I'm also your guide today.
Madame Tussauds is probably the best museum in London or in the world. Why? Because of this. Madame Tussauds is not a normal museum. No. Madame Tussauds has famous people made out of wax. Here you can take a selfie with Yoda or Usain Bolt if you want to. And why wouldn't you do? But you understand a bit more about this museum. Now Tova is going to tell you some of Madame Tussauds' history.
The creator of Madame Tussauds was named Marie Tussauds, and she was born in 1761 in Grosholms in Strasbourg and died in 1850. The museum itself is very old, around 250 years old actually. It first opened on Baker Street in 1835, but was later moved to its current spot on Marylebone Street in 1884. Madame Tussauds had burned down once, and most of it was destroyed in the fire, but not the main models, so everything could be recreated. After the accident, Madame Tussauds peace for a very long time, but that changed in 1940 when German bombs destroyed pretty much everything. Around 300 main models was destroyed this time, so not many could be recreated. Neither the cinema, that still isn't rebuilt. But why would Madame Tussauds need a cinema? It has all these beautiful wax figures that can entertain you instead. Now Kajsa is going to tell you when you can go to Madame Tussauds.
Madame Tussauds is open 9:30 to 5:30 at weekdays and 9:30 to 6 o'clock at weekends. It costs €30 for children and 35 for adults to enter the Madame Tussauds. Near Madame Tussauds you can find a park, the Regent's Park. In the park there is a library and a university. The Regent's Park also has servants' cafes. Madame Tussauds have a cafe exactly beside. The cafe is very good and very close to Madame Tussauds. It's called Café Nero. Café Nero are open 8 o'clock to 7 o'clock at weekdays and 8 o'clock to 7:30 at weekends.
Thank you.
Now let's go to Big Ben.
Welcome to Big Ben.
Big Ben is one of the most famous landmarks in Britain. You can see the clock tower in many movies.
Big Ben lays near Westminster Bridge and you can see it from London Eye. If you're taking the underground, it's the nearest station, Westminster Station.
The first time it rang were 1858. Big Ben rings every 15 minutes. The full melody rings every hour.
Big Ben is 97 meters tall. It's only a United Kingdom residents that can go up in the tower. If you're a tourist, you can't get up in the Big Ben.
Big Ben is a clock. It's very big. Big Ben is 151 years old. The bell is 2.28 meter tall, 2.75 meter wide, and it weighs 13.5 tons, the same as 4 elephants. It took 13 years old to build Big Ben.
It's actually the bell that's named Big Ben. The name of the tower is the clock tower.
There are 4 dials, one facing north, one south, one west, and one facing east. Under every clock there is text that say, "Our Lord keep safe our Victoria the First" in Latin.
The minute hand travels 180 miles in 1 year. But if the clock ticks too fast, maybe it shouldn't. 2015, the clock ticks 6 seconds too fast, so guess what? They fixed it. The one who fixed it had to run up the 334 steps. Yes, Big Ben does not have any elevators.
Big Ben is amazing building, and if you visit in London, you should stop there to take some picture. Thank you.
It was amazing, but now let's go on to London Dungeon.
Yeah, London Dungeon is a museum. My friend who will tell you about London Dungeon is sick, so I'm going to tell you about Jack the Ripper instead. Jack the Ripper was a famous murderer in 1888. He murdered in the east of London And the special thing with Jack was that he's never identified, so nobody knows who Jack the Ripper was. He murdered at least 5 women, and all of them worked as prostitutes. It was only one woman who was under 40 when she got murdered. She was only 25 years old, and the oldest was 47. 2 of Jack the Ripper victims was murdered on the same day, the 3rd of September. And a special thing with Jack was that he's never was that he murdered all of his victims in 1 month, from 7th August to 10th of September. It's a very short time for a serial killer. But the police, they had some suspect for this man, and all of them were very strange because they was murdered. And one of them was named Severin Klovotsky. He was born in 1865, so if it was him, he was 23 years old when he murdered. In 1903, he got hanged because he poisoned 3 of his wives. Yeah, he's a very special person. Jack the Ripper was described like a person wearing a black jacket and a hat in the same color. And if you want to learn more about Jack, you can go to 12 Cabot Street in London.
Next up is London Eye.
Welcome everyone. We're gonna present about London, and I'm gonna tell you about the history and the capacity. The London Eye was built in 1999, and it took 7 years to build it. The architects David Marsh and Julia Birdfield started to construct it in 1993. The London Eye was built to celebrate the new millennium. It was therefore the weird first name was the Millennium Wheel, but now it's called the London Eye. It cost £3.5 million to build it. Capacity. The London Eye can carry up to 800 people at the same time. It's 32 capsules, and 1 capsule can carry up to 20 people. It was the most populated attraction in 2000.
I'm going to tell you about price and opening hours. It costs about 20 to 30 pounds as an adult, but if you want to go with the champagne special edition, you will have to pay 40 pounds. A normal day, the Ferris wheel opens about 11 a.m. and closes about 6 p.m. You can see over 25 miles from the wheel at the top, and it takes about 30 minutes to go around. How to get there? If you want to visit this masterpiece, you can go by the tube, or it's called in London the Underground. The nearest tube station is Waterloo Station by the York Road. If you come from another country, you can fly or go by boat. If you go by boat, you will probably go by the River Thames. What is nearby? Nearby the London Eye is the London Eye Pier. If you walk a bit, you will come to Shricks Avenue. If you go even further, you come to London Dungeon, right across the River Thames. No, right across the River Thames you can see the Whitehall.
Now let's move on to the last stop of the day, Chinatown.
Hello everyone and welcome to Chinatown. This is a city that looks and feels exactly like China. Around 60,000 people live here.
History. The city started to build up at 1950 when a Chinese restaurant opened. Then more Chinese people came and wanted to live there. They decorated the houses and restaurants with Chinese symbols such as dragons. The street signs started to be written in Mandarin and English, and then the city looks like China.
Restaurants and cafes. There are many restaurants and cafes here. They are decorated with shiny things. It's around 80 restaurants and almost 20 bars.
How to get there? If you want to take the tube to Chinatown, you take the blue line. The nearest station is Leicester Square or Piccadilly Circus.
Thank you.
Thank you for going on our trip.